Ready?
That mic down. Pick this mic up. All right. We're live. We are live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to coverage of the APA 8-Ball Doubles Championship from here at the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Of course, this event brought to you by the American Pool Players Association as part of its Showdown series that's being held in conjunction this week with the APA Poolplayer Championships. So there'll be a test later, Ava. I'm your host, Jason Bowman. I'm joined by true legend of the sport, Hall of Famer, and the very lovely Ava Mattia Lawrence. Ava, always a pleasure.
I'm great to be here. I'm
Thank,
excited. I'm
thank you for
excited.
coming out. Thank you for
Thanks.
coming out. So, folks, this event began on Tuesday, about 48 hours ago, with 384 teams. We are down to 4 teams left here in the semifinal round. They're going to be competing for a chance to move on to the final, which is a guaranteed $3,000 to the runner-up and a guaranteed $5,000 to the winner. And the consolation prize, I guess, for the 2 teams that don't escape this round will be $2,000 each. So not a bad payday, right, Ava?
Not a bad payday for making it this far. I mean, this is pretty great. The fact that they got 2,000 locked up at this point, they can relax a little bit, have some fun, enjoy themselves out there, and they're already winners by making it this far, no doubt.
Absolutely, absolutely. So before we get the matches underway, let's review some event specifics so we can give the audience at home some ideas on how this match will be determined. I know that 8-ball doubles is not necessarily played in all of our leagues around the country, so I want to make sure everybody understands some of the rules. Of course, APA rules apply. Any combination of men or women, although it looks like here in the semifinals we have looks like all men. Players do alternate shots in the doubles format. They don't alternate turns, they alternate shots. So if Ava makes a ball, then I get to shoot, and if I make a ball, Ava gets to shoot. There is only one coaching timeout per team per game allowed. And, of course, the matches are played according to the APA 8-Ball Doubles Championship Handicap Race Chart. And what that means is all 4 of these teams combined, each team goes to a skill level or a handicap of 10, which means we're going to see 4-4 races in both these semifinals, Ava.
And that's kind of rare. I mean, usually you have somebody who is it could be a 4-3 race, but the fact that they're all skill level 10 can be a little higher as long as you qualify as a 10. Even if you go up 1 or 2, even 2 skill levels, you're still okay. You go up to a total of 13, and you need to get yourself a different partner. That's not going to work. But we allow up to 12. But like you said, both of these teams are at a perfect 10, so we'll see what happens.
So it looks like it's going to amount to a pretty exciting semifinal here. And what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to go back and forth a little bit. We wanted to make sure we got a little camera time, a little FaceTime for both of these or all 4 of these teams. So we'll transition back and forth and kind of walk you through the coverage. Let's go ahead and meet our participants this evening. Over on table 1, of course, we have from West Monroe, Louisiana, we have Pete and Repeat, which is Trey Funderburg and Jim Mullins. Their opponents from Jacksonville, Arkansas, Rocks and Rolls. We have Dave Violette and Ricky Whipple, if I'm saying that right.
It
Ava.
looks right.
Yeah,
It looks right to me.
When
Whipple.
we get to be on the mic, we get to say what they are. So, it looks like on table 9 we are underway, and of course on table 9, or as table 2 as we'll refer to it, we have from Baltimore, Maryland, Bank Shot Flyers, Roland Newkirk, Jeremy Brown, their opponents. What Baby Gonna Do, which has to be my favorite team name in the event, from Proctor, Arkansas, which is Bobby Harvison and William Hill, although looks like William likes to be called Matt for whatever reason, Ava. So,
And it looks like they're the ones that won the lag as well. We're going to have to see here. They're getting ready to lag on the other table. As they rack over there, we'll see who can. Looks like we have Jim Mullins is going to be up against Dave Violette to see who can actually get the break. And it looks like Jim has won it for Pete and Repeat on table number 1. And they're going to be starting us off. We have the opponents will rack for the breaking team.
and Ava, you said in the lag on table 2 we had Bank Shot Flyers win the lag there.
And Roland is going to break the balls. Good solid break. Made a ball on the break. Has an open shot on the stripes. Doesn't look like he has much on the solid, so I have a feeling he's going to go stripes here. Looks like the 13 ball is available in the corner. And again, I love, love, love the Scotch doubles format where you don't get to just shoot your turn, but you actually have to take care of your partner.
Right.
And it really makes it, it's kind of tricky to play because it throws you off a little bit. That means that you can't really get on a roll and just, play your regular tempo. So practicing this, getting ready for this tournament for your local championships at home, it's big to be able to actually get into a rhythm, the two players, where it's very different than when you're playing just your own ball.
I was going to ask, have you played a lot of doubles competition? I mean, I know generally not, but
we do play some of the double championships. We have one professional championship coming up towards the end of the year in Florida at the Hard Rock Casino, where we're playing all the pros, and we're actually doing the Scotch doubles with men and women, kind of a Jack and Jill setup, and it takes some getting used to. It's a very different feeling to it.
I'm sure. Well, it looks like these guys have started off pretty well.
The only problem I see right there, you see the 9 and the 1 are tied up. So he's looking here at the 12 ball to come down. He's going to want to, if he gets a bit of an angle on what I believe is the 13 ball there, then he can make the 13. Oh, he's looking to make that 13 and bump that 1 away so he can get a shot at the 9. That's going to be their key. But for right now, they need to go ahead and take a seat.
All right, that's going to bring Bobby Harvest into the table. For What Baby Gonna Do, that's got to be my favorite. I'm telling you, great team name. What Baby Gonna Do.
But what's interesting is the name is What the Baby Gonna Do 1. Is there a 2 out there
too? There must
too?
be. What the Baby Gonna Do 1 and 2, huh?
All right, and their issue is the same as Bank Shot Flyers. That means that 1 and 9, but they're loving that the 4 ball is where it is. So he's looking now to see if he can make the 6. If not, then he's looking at going to have to cut the backwards cut on that 7 ball. He's going to have to go with the 7. He's blocked. Cannot make that 6 ball. The 12 is in the way, so he's going to have to make the 7 ball, draw it into the side, and back out again. Oh, he just baited that little bit too much, but nice play. Nice backup plan there.
Right. And for those that are tuning in or not familiar with APA, these are amateur players, so maybe not the speed that an Ava or some of the other professionals you've seen on some of the live streams.
No, and that's what makes it interesting. I have some of my pro friends will say to me, doesn't it drive you crazy sometimes to watch 2 lower skill level, like a 2 and a 3 playing? And I got to tell you, it's my favorite thing when we hold our local championships in my area. My absolute favorite thing, the excitement, making the shots. We get a little jaded as pros where you expect to run out, and as opposed to get excited when you make some good shots. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, that 9 ball is conveniently blocking the pocket. 4 is going to be an issue, so sometimes it takes some time here to check out what he wants to do. One ball on the side, just barely missed it.
So a little bit of a mess, maybe a little bit of some nerves going on too. I mean, once you get to this kind of level, Ava, it's got to be a little nerve-wracking. I'm sure you kind of know a little bit about that, the big stage kind of thing. These are players that used to playing in their local bar, their local pool room, and they get here, and now you have an audience. Of course, you're on a live stream, and it changes the game a little bit.
It does, and even playing at the local level, having a qualifying tournament or playing in the league championship to be able to play off, if you've been playing league doubles, the pressure that you feel when you're in the championship or you're here, especially in Las Vegas, like you said, on live stream, unless you've experienced it, there's no way that you can describe to somebody how it feels.
So it sounds like as they size up what's going on here on table 2, we're going to take a look over at table 1 and get caught up with what's happening there between Pete and Repeat and Rocks and Rolls.
Down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
A big shot here. Tough shot. Putting some draw on it, trying to make that 4 in the corner. And is he going to leave? Oh, wow. And he left a wide open shot for rocks and rolls.
Yeah, it looks like Ricky's going to have a nice chance to put Dave in a spot to win here.
I take that back. That is Pete and repeat are at the table now. We're getting used to the players here, you guys, so you have to give us a break. And it looks like that was
Trey.
That was Trey, and here comes Jim.
Jim with a chance to put it away here. Crucial first game to get on the board.
And remember, for those of you that don't play a lot of 8-ball, you may just play the APA 9-ball. You have to mark the pocket here on the 8, as he did. And he got the nerves got the best of him there. You could see he did not stroke that all the way. He's going to want to have that back again, but instead he's going to have a seat. And we'll see if rocks and rolls can come. This is not an easy shot on the 4-ball. Looks like he's going to have to bank it. Obviously there's no way to play a safety here with that 8-ball hanging, so it's do or die right here. See if Dave can pull it off. Oh, he tried to cut it. Oh, wow.
Just missed.
I thought he was going to try to bank that ball across. Instead, he tried a really tough cut. And jumped up on that a little bit.
Well, we'll see.
Easy
Trey
to
will have a chance to finish it off here and get Pete and repeat on the board, which he does.
All right.
So, 1-0, Pete and repeat. Again, that's a race to 4. They're on the board first. Need 3 more games.
We're back over here with bank shot flyers and what the baby gonna do.
What the baby gonna do? What the baby gonna do?
We gotta point out the one thing.
I feel like they're about the same as when we left them.
Yep. Not much has happened over here.
There we
See,
go.
Jeremy made that, came over.
Narrowly misses scratching.
There's still that 9-ball blocking that pocket. The 4 is tied up there. So now is a good time to make a plan. You don't want to just make all your shots and leave the trouble for last. You got to make sure you solve it as soon as you possibly can.
This is Roland here. Roland's skill level 6.
Roland's looking to make this off the 9-ball, bank it into the side cushion, hit the back of the 9, and have it slide off the 9-ball, carry it into the corner pocket. That would solve 2 things, not only making the 13, but at the same time knocking that 9-ball out of there and hopefully get a shot. He needs to hit this with a little bit of low, slight draw, stop shot if he is going to do that, so that he doesn't let the cue ball float down to the end of the table. But he's got to pay attention where the 9 goes, so he leaves his partner a shot here. I like their decision. This is to me is a good decision. The only other option would be to play a safety, hitting this ball on the right-hand side and drifting the cue ball down behind the 9.
And they are taking their time. So I'm assuming they've taken their time out here. Their 1 timeout.
And like you said earlier, each team gets just 1 timeout. What they get to discuss. However, they do get to talk about things as they're seated in the table. They can kind of make a game plan while you're seated. And he did it
exactly
now.
What he wanted to do.
Oh, just too far. And that's what we're afraid of, is letting go of that cue ball. Great shot making the 13, but now, unless nerves get in, almost, this is what's so weird about 8-ball, is that you almost have to give an advantage to the other team now, because he needs to not only hit this, but somehow leave a tough shot for their opponents, because the rest of the balls are wide open for the other team.
I can't tell how much clearance he has there. Does he have a chance to play safety here?
It looks like he's actually trying to make it. The way he was measuring that, he's trying to see if he can go rail first. Yeah, he's looking at the mirror system here to go try to measure where he has to hit it. I don't like it. To me, the best shot he would really have is to try, if he has enough room, to hit the cue ball down to the end cushion and hit a full hit on the 9, knocking the 9 up table and leaving at least a difficult shot for the other players.
Sure.
He's trying to see if he can go 1 cushion that way, but that 4 looms large right there.
And they have used their timeout, so has got to be one of those times where you wish you could ask your partner, hey, what do you think here? But as you saw, they just used that timeout on that last shot. For those of you that are just joining us, again, we're watching coverage of the APA 8-Ball Doubles Championships here at the Westgate Resort Casino in Las Vegas.
And we are down to the semifinals, and every shot is important, and that's the worst thing that could happen right there.
All right, so he's going to open the door a little bit for what the baby gonna do one.
And for them now, their key is to shoot the toughest shot on the table here first. Look for the biggest issue you might have.
We got Bobby at the table here. Bobby's a skill level 6.
And Bobby knows that to me you would shoot the 4 or the 6 there, because the 2 ball doesn't, I mean the 2 or the 4. And he's shooting the correct shot here. One of those 2 need to go so that you open up the table. And he's left the 4 ball right there. I would almost prefer to shoot the 6 ball here. The perfect pattern to me would be if his partner feels comfortable enough to shoot 6, 7,
looks like he's going to take
4, 1,
4,
but he's going to take 4. You're just going to have to make sure he doesn't leave it at the end rail.
This is Matt Hill here, skill level 4.
He's coming down beautiful. Good shot right there. All right, that's fine. And the one thing that a lot of players make a mistake on, because it's wide open now, there's no problems anywhere. You can shoot any of the balls you want to. Players tend to make sort of kind of positions.
Sure.
And that's one thing I say, even a lot of our really strong 7s, stop paying attention to perfect position at this point, because how can you miss? You got wide open tape if you're
Nice
looking at 2
there.
5s playing a 6 and a 4. And it's really important that you stay in line. So we'll see here. It looks like he should be able to just shoot a stop shot here on the 7, then 1. They can choose to play this 8 ball either in the side or in the corner. All right, here we go. This is the one where you're on a little bit on the incorrect side of the ball right there. And he's left his partner a bit of a tester. And this is Bobby Harvison. He's going to have to come with a shot here on the 1. He's a good player. He's a skill level 6, and all he has to do is tap this in, roll the cue ball out, and come all the way across.
Got it.
And Matt will have this. Mark that pocket, Matt, and then he'll have this to take the first game.
Always interesting to see what the players use as pocket markers. I'm not sure what Matt grabbed there. We'll see.
One of those shots that Matt might make it 9 out of 10 normally, but the pressure is on. See if he can pull it off. Well done.
Got it.
Well done.
Did get it. All right. So what the baby going to do is going to get on the board early and take a 1-0 lead. Again, both races are 4-4. So they have the early advantage, but still a long way to go in both these matches. Of course, you're taking a look at live coverage of the 2016 APA 8-Ball Doubles Championship. You got our semifinals and finals room here. Looks like our coverage is going to take us back over to Pete and Repeat versus Rocks and Rolls. Of course, Pete and Repeat leading 1-0 in a race to 4. Ricky here, I believe.
All right, so he played a bit of a safety, made his hit his opponent's ball. It's all right. Let's see what he can do here, and he's going to play a safety. Yeah, trying to get that cue ball up. Oh, that's a really good shot. That's a really, really strong shot that he just made. He played a safety in his snooker, not only on the 5 ball, but on the 2 ball as well. tell if that's a 2 ball or the 4 ball up there, but regardless, it doesn't really matter. He's got a tricky shot here trying to kick at this. Nice shot. Oh, look at that. Perfect hit. Left a really tough shot back. This is a really strong match right here.
I'm being told off camera that they changed their shirts. So Dave, who we knew as Purple Shirt,
yeah,
is now
we're
Dave
confused.
of the Black Shirt.
We just met these guys too, and I'm trying to figure out who's who. I'm going, where's Purple Shirt?
Maybe he's going to throw the lucky shirt on.
So Pete and Repeat are trying to take control back here. I think they were a little thrown off here by the fact that they had such a great safety played there, and then Rocks and Rolls came back and played an equally great safety back at him again. So they may have to go with a tough offensive shot here. I don't see a really good safety. He's looking, that's where he's trying to get his partner to go. As long as you get past to where that 5 ball doesn't go in the side pocket, you have 3 balls to hide behind. I think I would hit the 11 ball here. I would hit a solid shot at the 11. But no, he's going to hit the 14 to try to play perfect speed. And that's not bad. That's not bad. No offensive shot there as long as he snookered him on the 5. And as you know, in 8 ball, the person that has the most balls on the table when it gets to this point in the game are the ones in control. It's a lot easier to hide behind 3 balls than 2 plus the 8. Can he hit this 5? He sure can.
I believe that's Ricky there that pocketed the 3 in the corner.
Could hold the cue ball there for the 8 in the side. Oh.
No problem there except with the leave.
Ooh. Well,
I'm guessing not what he was looking to do.
His partner's not really wanting to get out of the chair at that point. Kind of a back. He just hit it a little too thin. You know, he needed to hit a fuller hit, a little bit smoother, not quite as hard. And now he's just going to have a really tough backwards cut. When the balls are this close together, it's really difficult to see where the aim spot is. And this is where it's important that you actually aim when you're standing up.
Yeah. I'm assuming they've already used their timeout because I'm guessing if they had it, they'd be talking it over here.
He's just going to have to trust it. You find your spot here, get over it, now aim right now, and then trust it because it's not going to look right when you get down, but don't adjust it when you're down. Right here, you aim, get down, and just believe that you've found the right spot and stroke through. And how's that?
Wow.
How's that for a shot?
Wow.
How's that for a shot?
Narrowly misses the scratch on the side. Very impressive.
That was a good display of some defensive shot there. Somebody has to win a defensive battle, and it just happened to be.
Right. So Rocks and Rolls is on the board, and we're tied up 1-1. Head back over to table 2 and see what's happening here. Again, bank shot from Baltimore leads 1-0 in a race to 4.
We have bank shots at the table. Shooting the 7 and just got it in there. Left a good shot on the 6 ball for his partner. That was Matt Hill. No, I'm sorry. That was Jeremy Brown. I apologize.
And
that was Jeremy Brown.
Rolling at the table. Baby gonna do, I'm told, is up 1-0.
I'm glad somebody's keeping track of us.
It's a little challenging to try to watch 2 matches at once, but we're doing what we can. Fortunately, we have some assistance here with the scorekeeping.
That's right. All right, so far so good. Let's see here, 4 balls open. All the balls are open. There's a pocket for every ball on the table. It's just about cue ball control here and not making any unforced errors. All right. All right, he left a shot on the 2 ball for his partner. I don't know if he came up. He's got the 1 in the side as well. Since the 1 ball doesn't look like the 1's going to pass the 5 in the corner pocket, so I would have to shoot the 1 ball here.
Looks like that's what Roland will do.
Oh, he's playing the 5 ball. I didn't understand that shot, but
apparently he did.
Yeah, he got off on the
sure
position. Yeah, no, not quite what you wanted to have happen there, because the 1 ball now won't go on the side and won't go in the corner. He's looking at a possible bank shot. 2 ball down the rail, that's a tough cut, obviously. 2 ball bank is a tough bank, so just lost cue ball control a little bit. A little harder. He could have played the 1 ball in the opposite corner or the 2 ball in the corner, but his partner, Jeremy, he is going to have a bit of a tester here. The only other thing I can see Jeremy might want to look at, or at least consider, is to just roll the cue ball up on the 2. Don't even try to go for anything here. If he rolls that cue ball up on the 2 ball and, you know, pretty much freezes it on it, he's left a really tough shot for the opposing team. So I don't know. I think that's something I would definitely consider. Well, that'll work too. That's a good 2-way shot right there. He tried to bank it, but at the same time, he hasn't really left a shot for the other team either. So the best he's got here for Bobby is a bank shot on the side, I would think.
I'm just now noting that it looks like what Baby Gonna Do has some experience in this event, at least in terms of 9 ball. Is that correct? It looks like they finished first in 2014 9 ball doubles. So be interesting to see if that experience pays off here.
That's pretty great. Yeah. 2014. That's pretty impressive. Come back here and strong at the 8-ball championship as well.
Not clear if that was both of them or just one of them, but at least one of them has some experience at this level of event.
And that hurt. That hurt. That gives bank shot flyers ball in hand here and a chance to tie this up 1 game apiece. And again, you put the cue ball anywhere you want.
It looks like they've opted to use their timeout, so they had not used it previously, and I think that's key here, because that last shot Jeremy had, he looked a little unsure with the leave, but.
And you have Roland coming up first. Roland, who's a skill level 6, he's going to try to get a perfect position here for Jeremy to not just be able to make the 2, but get in the position for Roland to be able to get Jeremy up in a spot where he can just make that 2 ball and come down a natural position for the 8. So he's checking with Jeremy where he would like to be able to make the 2, obviously, but also leave a good shot for Roland here. So the fact that you have a 6 at this point, taking the first and the last shot in this run out, in this Scotch doubles format, is a good thing for them. This is a speed shot. Just follow it up. Leave a little bit of a angle. That's perfect. Now Jeremy, all he has to do is focus on making that 2 ball, and it's going to be a good position. Cue ball's going to come down towards the 8. And I see a lot of players overthink a lot of shots, Jason. That's one
Yeah.
thing I've noticed is that when the pressure is on, is thinking about it a little too much. Take your time, decide what you do, then get down and shoot. But a lot of people get, especially when the pressure is on, if you're not used to it, kind of, freeze like a deer in the headlights. Like, I don't know what to do, or you're overthinking everything and then making it too difficult.
And it looks like he did exactly what he wanted to there, and he's
Perfect.
going to leave rolling with what should be an easy shot. I guess
Absolutely
it's
perfect.
never always a guarantee at this level, but there it is.
And they tied it up.
Bank shot Flyers are on the board, and we're tied 1-1.
Representing High Pockets in Memphis, Tennessee.
High Pockets in Memphis. I've been to High Pockets in Memphis. You've been? I'm sure you've probably been there once
I
or twice.
believe I have been to High Pockets in Memphis.
Always the jet setter. In fact, you just jet set it in today, didn't you? You were here earlier this week, and then you were gone, and now you're back.
Came to Vegas, flew back to Philly to do some work and do an exhibition back here. I wouldn't miss this. This is great.
Racking up the frequent flyer miles all the while, right?
That I do.
There you go.
All right. Let's see what's going on here on table number 1.
And over to table 1, where again we're tied 1-1. Looks like Rocks and Rolls are at the table currently. This is Dave.
And just went right up and played a safety. Did not even think about. They knew exactly what he wanted to do before he even got to the table. I like that. I like the pace that those guys are playing with. And they have the definite advantage in this rack right here, unless they make some unforced errors and just kind of choke on a shot or miss position, because the fact that they have 5 balls on the table, the other team only has 2, is going to give them the advantage all day long. And you know this, Jason. 8-ball is a game of patience.
You sure?
And there's no game, to me, that's better on a bar table, on a smaller table, than the game of 8-ball. Because it's like playing chess. You know, you got to be patient. You got to play the smart shot, not necessarily just go for everything. And that little kick shot there was pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, it looks like it worked out all right.
Yeah. He's got a shot. If he jacks up a little bit, the balls are close, so he's going to make sure he doesn't make a double hit. Going to jack up a little bit, hit down on the cue ball, shoot that 6 ball on this side. No, he went ahead.
Missed it. That was Ricky there. Which will bring Trey back to the table for Pete and repeat.
And they've got a problem. I think that's that. Is that the 10 or the 12 ball? I believe it's a 10 ball.
Yeah.
Both pockets are blocked there.
10
the
ball
5
there
and
next to the
4.
To the 5 ball. Yeah.
Let's see here if he's going to go ahead and make this. No, he's going to play safety and just lag that 14 up, blocking the pocket for the 6. Good move.
Smart.
Again, here we go with the chess game. All right. He says, fine, I've got some moves too for you. The only thing that's stopping these guys now is that 1 10 ball that's on the other side of the table by making that ball. So they definitely have an advantage. You can just toy with them a little bit here. So let's see what he's going to do. He's going to have to hit this. I don't like it. The only thing I can see doing is hitting the side of it hard enough for the 5 to come off the rail, drift the cue ball down into the side rail and back out.
Looks like they're going to take a little time to talk about it here. Again, all 4 of these teams in the semifinal round of the doubles championship looking to advance to the final round here this evening. Kickoff around 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is a guaranteed $3,000 for the runner-up and a guaranteed $5,000 for the winner for the 2 teams that do escape this round onto the finals. Got Jim here at the table.
Okay, an intentional foul there. Just shot the 8-ball a little bit. Into there, they don't want to touch their stripe ball.
Yeah, this is quite the chess match here.
And we'll see what Rocks and Rolls are going to do here. He's looking at possibly playing this combination. You got to make sure that you feel totally confident playing this combo now, because once you make this decision, you're going all the way. All right, now let that cue ball go. It didn't scratch, but man, he left a tough shot for his partner
he did.
here. I don't know. That may have been a little bit premature to me. You know, toy with him a little bit, make sure that you have the perfect shot to get out of there. But at this point,
yeah, almost just maybe got a little impatient, you think?
A little bit. He looks like he's going to try to play safety here. Just lag it up. He wants to get behind the 8. But instead, check out what just happened. I know that he got that 2 ball in front of the 8. But now he could draw. If he's got a good draw shot, he could draw the cue ball into that 8 and bring it out a little bit. That 8 might even go off the 3 ball in the side pocket.
This is Trey here at the table.
He could roll it down, leave an 8 ball bank. That's the shot right there. Tough shot he left for his partner, but still, they have a shot of winning this right now.
I think one of my favorite things about the doubles event is just seeing how these guys play together.
Exactly.
I mean, it's such a huge key, kind of knowing the other's tendencies, and especially with the timeout rule, you know, because you can't necessarily confer ongoing. So.
And the fact that you can't get your own rhythm and speed going, your own tempo going, and we were talking before about what the baby gonna do on table number 2, and the fact that they have come here to win once before in the 9 ball. I have the feeling that they play together all the time. I know they play league. They don't just play in a qualifying tournament, but they play league, so they're constantly playing together, used to each other's speed. They know what the other one likes, what the other one prefers to play, what kind of shots they like, and that makes the big difference if you play. So playing league as opposed to just showing up and playing the tournament definitely is an advantage.
Right.
All right, he's going to try to play it off that 3 ball into the side pocket. Cut. You just need to hit the left side of the 3, and the 8 ball goes in the side. Here we go. No.
Ooh.
Just jumped up a little bit.
All right, so the door's open again.
I don't think these guys thought they were going to get back to the table again, but Rocks and Rolls has an open table. The 3 ball is really the only one that is creating a problem here because it's so close to the side pocket. And this team is made up of 2 skill level 5, so they have 2 equal players, as opposed to Pete and Repeat, who are a 6 and a 4. We have one player that's a bit stronger than the other, but here you have 2.
That's Ricky sinking the 2 ball there.
Yeah, that's
nice.
not a bad move.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. Here's the tester. If it makes this, they have a really good chance of taking this rack. Oh. Did you see how quickly he got down on that? He didn't even give himself a chance to aim.
Yeah.
Just went down and kind of took it for granted, went down and hit it, and that could be costly. Backwards cut, but this is very makeable, obviously.
Just noting here that looks like Ricky and Dave have been here before, or at least one of them has, for the team event.
And what's that cue ball gonna do?
There we go. All right. Pete and Repeat go up 2-1. Of course, folks, you are watching live coverage of the 2016 8-Ball Doubles Championship, part of the Showdown Series here at the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, held in conjunction with the APA Poolplayer Championships. Doubles event began about 48 hours ago with 384 teams. We're down to 4. 2 will advance to the final here at right around 9 o'clock Pacific time.
Now we're down in the finals room here, which is very exciting watching these guys when it comes down to it. But the main room is
Yeah.
the coolest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, I think about 242 tables, I believe, in the main room.
It's the coolest thing when you walk into that. I know that anybody, I don't care if you have never been to a tournament before, if you're a pro, if you're an amateur, if you've been playing league your whole life, you walk into that room and it's the coolest feeling in the world.
I'll never forget my first time doing it.
It's incredible. It's
it is.
incredible.
It's rows and rows
It's
of
a
pool
sea of
tables.
tables.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I often
yeah.
hear it described as, a sea of pool tables.
You bet. Yeah, I know our players in our Coastal Carolina APA league, they all say when they first got there they had no idea. They've seen pictures, we post pictures on Facebook. They have heard other players coming back from Vegas
Right.
talking about it, but
Picture just doesn't do it
oh, it
justice,
doesn't.
right?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so this is the first of 5 events that'll be decided here at the Pool Player Championships, the 8-ball doubles event. Of course, we also have 9-ball doubles, the wheelchair championship, and then the cornerstone events, the 8-ball classic and the 9-ball shootout, both Pool Player Championship events.
Jeremy's trying to make that 6 off that 14, and what a great shot he made. Very smart shot, solid, super shot. And here we have Roland's going to step up to the table and give Bank Shot Flyers a chance to take the lead 2-1 here. He's got that 8-ball. Super shot, well thought on the 6-ball. Left good position here for Roland. See if he can pull it off. I'd have to bet on him here, Jason.
He looks very patient.
He does.
And the patience pays off. The 8-ball in the corner pocket. And a 2-1 lead. Bank Shot Flyers. So they have responded nicely to the early deficit. We'll move back over to table 1 and check out the action where we've got Pete and Repeat leading Rocks and Rolls 2-1. Looks like Rocks and Rolls is at the table here. This is Ricky.
Ricky is going to get ball in hand here on the 1 ball. Always good to start out by taking the trouble ball out of the equation right off the bat. And again, you need to make a choice here if you're going to go all the way or if you're going to play a chess game here with some safeties. It looks like they're going to try to go for it. It's tough to see if that 3-5 combination is makeable there in the corner. It looks like it is.
He's got the 1. And looks like that's what he's looking at.
He's got the 6 in the side is a possibility too, obviously. That 4 ball is blocking the 14 in case things don't work out exactly they want it to. As I was saying earlier, they do have a chance to actually discuss all this as they're sitting down. Oh, they're going to play safety. Yeah.
Tell you what, Dave does not waste time, does he?
No, he doesn't.
He likes to get right to it.
I thought Vivian Villarreal was fast when she played, or Guyan Kim, but this guy is like one boom. All right, so Jim's got that 9 ball on the side. Yeah, just barely got it in there.
Bring Trey to the table.
And Tracy has the opportunity here to shoot the 15 ball and also deal with the 14. If the 14 doesn't go past the 4, he can fix that right now by making the 15 in the corner pocket and have the cue ball either go straight into the 14 or knock it out. If the 14 passes by the 4, they should be in good shape here to end this rack. All right, so far so good. I guess that 14 does pass by the 4 ball. If not, I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah,
so
well,
they know better than we do. Exactly.
From this angle to tell, but he looked fairly satisfied with the shot.
Exactly.
And with him being the higher rank to the 2, of course, he's a skill level 6. Jim is at the tables of 4. Oh yeah.
Well, is this a shot you want to leave your partner with the other team with all their balls left on the table? It's like we said before, if you're going to go for it, you got to go all the way. This is kind of a must-make situation here. And this is Trey coming to the table. He's a skill level 6, and I think that Jim just said, you know what? My partner is good enough to cut this down the table. So
it's nice when you got one of those 6s on your team.
Yes.
Right?
So thin cut all the way down, but you got to pay attention to speed here because he still has to choose to either go across the table, back out, and back over again for the 8, or just roll it up there, just enough speed to make it and still leave a shot for on the 8 ball. Nice shot.
Took
That
it all
part
the way
was good.
down.
Perfect speed.
And it looks like he will have a shot. Jim will have a shot on the 8 ball.
So far, that game plan is working out just right.
This is a big shot here. It would give them a commanding 3-1 lead if he can make this 8 ball.
I think he'll just roll this in. Just like that.
All right. Pete and repeat. Go up 3-1. They are now on the hill, needing only one game to take the match. Advance to the final round. We'll head back over to table 2 for an update on bank shot flyers and what baby gonna do. This is Roland at the table. Looks like he plays a safe there. And he's gonna force Bobby of what the baby gonna do to figure it out.
Now, we asked these guys how long they've been playing pool, and I love how they said that they've been playing for 50-plus years together. I'm thinking
I don't know
that's
if
like
either one of them, but yeah.
I'm thinking that's more like maybe 30
combined?
and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they've been playing doubles
Sure.
for that long
Yeah.
together.
That or they look great for their age. We didn't card them, well, we card them, but we don't card them for their age.
Yeah, exactly.
Their identity, yes. Their age, not so much. I think.
This is the first time that they have been here at the APA Championship, though.
Oh, wow,
so,
okay.
Yeah, first time here in Vegas.
So the no experience versus the well experienced, and we'll see what difference that might make here.
I think the only thing that's going to help is in the nerves department,
Sure.
possibly. So,
You know, once you've gotten to this point in the tournament, though, I mean, have you kind of settled in, or is this a whole different thing when you move into this room? And
this room compared to the other room, in the other room you're kind of incognito and invisible a little bit. You can do your thing. Here, all of a sudden, it's everybody that's here is watching you.
right.
You know, you can't really see from where the camera angle is going. It looks kind of empty over there, but there's a ton of people here on the side where the tables are. So you've got the audience, you've got all your friends are here from your area. You have spectators in here, and you have the television. So it's a different
Gets the
deal.
blood pumping, the heart racing, maybe some sweaty palms.
You bet. And if you made it this far, you want to go all the way.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. This is
But it's
Matt Hill.
like you said, 384 teams. Making it this far is what everybody hopes for. All right, looks like it's going to play this in the side pocket. All right. Makes that in the side, and they have that combo. Looks like it's straight in. They would have been in good shape. Now instead, we're going to see what Jeremy and Roland can do here. Bank shot flyers from Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore being one of our largest APA markets. A lot of pool in Baltimore area.
Always has been.
Yeah.
On all levels, amateur, APA is big there, but also the pros have always been big. One of the some really good top players, pro players coming out of there. Always been popular.
Jeremy sizing up his options here. Looking at the 5 ball.
I'm not sure why he's leaving that 4 ball there. It's not blocking anything.
Well, he gets the 5 to go. Looks like he's left rolling for the.
It's a good shot.
For the 3, I'm assuming.
He had not much to lose there either. The fact that he would have left nothing for the opposing team. So getting that 5 ball out of the way. I think Roland is also very experienced and knows when to take a timeout. A lot of times I find that a lot of players take timeouts too early.
I'm one of those players.
Are you? You shoot, you break the balls and go help?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What do I do now? Yes. So I
You
can
know,
relate.
leave it a little bit for later on, especially if you're a lower skill level player. Take your time. Leave it for when it gets down to where it's just a few balls left.
Right.
Unless you're planning on running out and having a plan for at that point. It's just really, when you take a timeout is really um, important and indicative of somebody who has been playing a long time or been a captain for a long
Sure.
time.
Now, do you find that most lower skill players wait till the captain or the higher skill player says, "Let me, wait till I call the timeout"?
Yeah, well, you know what? I encourage, I kind of make it where if a player says, I want a timeout, the captain can always say, no, you don't. If the captain says or the coach says timeout, that's a timeout.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the players, a lot of times you see that some of the lower skill level players want a timeout right away.
Yeah.
And like I said, an experienced coach or team captain will say, no, we're going to use it later on when we really, really need it. So. All right, that one ball is obviously an issue. They're going to have to pay attention to the one ball here pretty soon. He's going to play the two in the side, leaving somewhat of a shot on the 6 ball here. And now we're down to where it's even. Each team has 3 balls left on the table, so nobody has the advantage of being able to play good safeties. What you don't want to do here is make all yours, because the 2 striped balls are lined up into the corner pocket, it looks like. So
I feel like everything we've seen in this particular match has been a lot of tied up stuff. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of room to work in any of these racks, it seems like. At
it's
least from what
true.
I've seen.
Table number 1 is a much more loose, open
Right.
match than this is. Much more of a kind of cat and mouse safety, smart play over here. Okay, looks like Jeremy is going to go ahead and shoot this 4 ball.
All right. Sounds like our producers are going to take us over to table 1.
Check out what's
A quick
going on over
update
there.
on Pete and Repeat and Rocks and Rolls. Of course, Pete and Repeat on the hill here. They can put this match away. The table right now is Rocks and Rolls. This is Dave.
I still wonder where that name came from. Trey and Jim. The team is Pete and Repeat. I could see if it was Pete and Pete.
Yeah,
You
if
know,
one of them was a Pete. Yeah,
yeah.
interesting.
They
Oh,
do
we
come up
see
with some good.
interesting
Oh,
team
do we
names.
ever?
Oh, yes.
And believe it, us league operators, that believe me, some of the names that we have to clean up before we
Yeah.
get to the national championship, that we go, what?
There are some clever, clever pool players out there.
People are great.
Very
People
creative.
are so creative. Yeah.
But they say, why can't that be my team name? And I say, well, do you want to be in the newspaper or on TV? I mean, you want your mother to know that was your team name, so that changes things. We're going to get a room overview shot. This is the semifinal and finals room here at the Poolplayer Championships. Of course, watching 8-ball doubles coverage.
And we have wheelchair championships, 9-ball doubles, 9-ball singles, and 8-ball singles going on.
We got a lot of action to go, and we're going to be streaming it all live.
You
of course,
bet.
We'll have the finals here of the 8-ball doubles championship this evening at 9 p.m. And then starting tomorrow, bright and early, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So for those of you on the West Coast, or the East Coast, I should say, you won't have to get up as early. You can tune in around noon. Ava and I will be getting up very early, apparently. But we'll have semifinal coverage at 9. And then, of course, final coverage following that. So lots of pool to be played still here at the Poolplayer Championships.
All the way through Sunday. And we have the wheelchair championship coming up.
Which is a great event.
I love that.
If you haven't tuned in, I mean, you want to talk about perseverance and just some amazing, amazing people.
And I'll tell you what, one of the guys from our area, Billy Eno, is here, and I know a lot of the other guys from playing that are here that have been playing in the wheelchair championship that has been on the ESPN in the past. These guys can play.
It's amazing.
These guys can
amazing.
play. All right, 8-ball corner pocket for the win.
Big.
That
big.
was big. That was to keep Rocks and Rolls in the match.
All right, so they're going to pull within 1. Rocks and Rolls now trails only by 1. Pete and Repeat Still on the hill, but things just got a little tighter there. We'll head back over to table 2 for an update on bank shot and what the baby gonna do. I believe that's Bobby for what the baby gonna do. That pocketed the 3, but then looks like he scratched. Obviously not what he was hoping to do. A little fist bump there. I'm not sure. Should bring Jeremy back to the table.
And he's got a chance to deal with that.
I feel like this traffic
One
jam
ball
is still
right now.
here, yeah. Let's see.
Helps having ball in hand in this spot. I'm hoping for their chance. There you go. That's the shot. You have to shoot this in the corner pocket. Just roll up the cue ball. Even if you can't get the perfect shot for the 6 in the side, you have your skill level 6 coming up next. And Roland will be up to the task, I have a feeling, to shoot the 6 ball. Just try to get a decent position. Don't try to get too cute. You just need to make sure you make that 1 and get the cue ball out far enough to get a shot at the 6 ball here. All right, not the ultimate shot on the 6. He got a little straight. But the main thing you want to do is make sure you made that 1 ball. Didn't try to, jack up and draw it back and get stuck behind the 8 or do something crazy.
Roland's going to take a long look. Be a key shot for them. I think if he makes this.
Well, it depends on how much faith he has in his partner and in his stroke. He could just go ahead and stop it right there. His partner will have a thinner cut on this 8 ball, or he can go ahead and hit it with high. Oh, I was going to say to drift a cue ball side rail, bottom cushion, and come back up, but he's left a longer shot on the 8 with a makeable shot. These guys look really confident. I haven't seen a lot of, choking, which can happen in this situation. They look very confident. They work well together.
Big shot here. This would put them up. Bank shot up 3-1. Jeremy can put this ball in the corner pocket.
This is the team that has never made it to Vegas before,
and
so far they're looking awfully strong. 3-1.
All right, it's a commanding lead for bank shot. Looks like we've got a little bit of a break on table 1. So, Ava, you mentioned, I don't know if people kind of know what you're up to these days. Obviously, you're still playing some pool, but you mentioned Coastal Carolina APA. Maybe tell a little bit, tell the folks what you do back in South Carolina.
Oh, we have a blast. We, as a family, took over the Coastal Carolina APA League, Wilmington, North Carolina, down to Myrtle Beach and Conway and Brunswick County, different areas down there, and we have had so much fun. We kind of make it into a family deal.
That's great.
My daughter, my son-in-law, and my husband and I. Yeah, and we have a lot of fun with that. I'm still on the road a lot. Still represent Brunswick, but kind of my heart is with my peeps down at the Coastal Carolina APA. I've really made a lot of.
That's awesome.
Met
So
a lot
I
of good
you've
people.
You've probably got some players here this week.
We have some players here.
Wheelchair players.
Yeah, I have some 2 8-ball teams, a 9-ball team. Billy plays in the wheelchair, and then some singles players.
Cool.
So a lot of action.
A lot of representation, huh?
You bet.
Coastal Carolina in the house.
That's right.
Got rocks and rolls breaking now on table 1. The chance to even this match up.
Nice open table.
A lot of room to work.
You're going to want to take the solids here for sure. He's going to try to start with that 6 ball. Smart move. Play the 6 in the side. Make sure you get the solids on your side. 3 ball in the side. The 7 is right there. Can just drift it up for the 1. They could actually possibly run out. This is a very makeable run here for a.
That would be for the win.
Skill level 10. That would be for the win. The only issue they're going to have is that 2 ball. That's kind of guarded a little bit by the 10 in the middle of the table right here at the bottom side of the table. There's a 7 here is no problem. You can leave it right there for the 1 ball. The 4 and 5 both go. The 8 ball is open. Yeah, I wouldn't do this. Not sure why he decided to do that. But we all have a different way of looking at it. You know, there's 7 balls to be made, and everybody finds their own pattern.
So looks like what he's going to shoot the 4 here.
Yeah,
Leave the shot on the 4.
that's all right. If he shoots the 4 now and stops it right there for the 2, and does the 2 ball pass between those two, I think he's going to be okay. I think the 2 ball does go between the 8 and 11. We'll see. Now he just needs to make sure it's not just about making this 2 ball. He's got to leave his partner a shot at the 7. We'll come all the way up for the 1. Nope, no good. And disaster just happened if he leaves him a shot. Oh, did he freeze on that 1?
Tough to tough.
Oh, wow.
It does look like it from here at least, but again, we're a good probably 30 feet from the table here. They're trying to check
Looking
that out
at
right
his
now.
partner's expression, it looks like they got lucky here and actually froze on it. If not,
calling a referee here for the official word.
well, they just want to make sure the opponents just want to make sure they have somebody called over in case that solid ball just moves a hair.
So, Ava, if you would, just kind of explain, you know, for those that aren't real familiar with the sport, maybe just tuning in, what's going on here when the ball's frozen.
Well, if they are frozen, that probably means that he can't even hit this the strike ball in this situation. But if they're that close together, they're going to call a referee over in case that 1 ball just wiggles. That means it's going to move.
Which would be a foul.
Yeah, and then just avoid an argument and get somebody to call it.
Looks like he got a good hit.
He did. I'm a little surprised, though. I would think I would have just rolled that up, been patient, rolled it up and tapped it a little bit. You would have left no shot at the 1 or 7 or 2. But instead, now they do have a shot at this 7 ball.
Looks like they've got...
I mean, the 2 ball. Yep, 2 in the side. And as long as Jim doesn't get stuck behind the 8 ball here, they've got a chance at finishing. Yeah, that's easy to happen right there. And left a tester for Trey on that 1 ball.
Trey couldn't quite cut it in.
But he did leave it in a good spot. He's left it tricky for their opponents. But if Rocks and Rolls plays it smart here again, even though that 1 ball is right by the side, 7 is not in a bad spot, they have the advantage. The fact that they have more balls on the table than their opponents. No, it just jumped up a little bit. You need to stay down on your shots. Really follow through.
And again, Dave does not spare much time at the table. He likes to get up there and shoot.
Yeah, we've noticed that already, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, that may just be his game, you know.
The only problem with that, and I have utmost respect for everybody playing, if that's your style, that's great. The problem is that when the nerves get on, it's hard to keep that tempo unless you have really strong nerves of steel and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to play too slow, but to find a good rhythm, but getting down and just shooting it, that takes a lot of practice. You need to have your nerves of steel to be able to pull that off. We've got some discussion going on here with order of things to take care of this.
Yeah, Trey and Jim are making sure they're on the same page here. Of course, if they can finish out this rack, they will advance to the finals. We're going to switch over to table 2, I believe. Take a look at what's happening over there. Where the Bank Shot Flyers, who are currently at the table, lead 3-1. Looks like they've now turned the table over to What the Baby Gonna Do. And Bobby Harvison at the table currently looking for a way to get his or to get what the baby going to do back in this match, down 3-1.
And this is the team with some experience, having finished first in 2014 in the 9-ball doubles. So been there, done that, but that doesn't mean that it's that easy, does it? All right. He's playing a safety here, making sure he doesn't leave a shot for their opponents. So the other team will come to the table, and next up is Jeremy. They have 3 stripes left on the table, and none are really available to be made after that shot.
Yeah. Very similar to what we've seen throughout this match.
You bet.
A lot of
Every rack, I think, has been like this with these guys.
Traffic jams everywhere.
Or just pick a spot on the table where they would have the least chance of a shot. If he can just tap this in here, I would think I would hit the just 10 ball and just leave it kind of down there and just not on the rail, because then the other team will have a shot at the 2. But just kind of tap it down. Just bide your time. Well done. They have obviously they have the 3 ball, but now it gets tougher for your opponent to actually play a safety. So what the baby going to do is now they're going to have to really create something, because by opening that 10 ball up, getting it off the cushion, has made it tougher to just play that easy little safety.
Let's head back over to table 1. Obviously this is a crucial match for Rocks and Rolls. Trying to stave off elimination here. It looks like they might be in good shape.
3 balls to go. He would have loved to get over for the 9 ball there, but can make this 10 in the corner, come up for the... No. All right, just overcut it a little bit. Now we'll see if they can finish Pete and repeat here. A chance to take it right here. 7 in the corner. Put some center right on it. Go all the way across.
See if he can leave. This is Trey at the table. We'll see if he can not only make the 7 ball, but leave Jim with a shot on the 1. He's trying to size that up right now.
It's not the easiest of a position, the way it's laying right now. He may want to play position to play the 1 ball down in the corner here by the 9. We'll see what he chooses to do. He needs to leave a bit of an angle. Oh, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's about where you want to put it if you had ball in hand right there.
All right. So Jim Mullins at the table for Pete and repeat. He pockets the 1 in the corner. Leaves Trey what appears to be a shot at the 8 ball in the corner, which would be for the match.
This is it. We have our first finalists.
Trey Funderburg puts it away for Pete and repeat of West Monroe, Louisiana. They'll move on to our final round here at 9 p.m. Not a bad finish for Rocks and Rolls, though. They're going home with $2,000. So
you bet.
As they're doing better here in Vegas than I am.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. We're still going here, and these are 2 of the most fighting teams that I've ever seen. I'm really impressed at their patience, both teams. Nobody is going crazy over here. They're playing the smart shot, taking their time. And it is cat and mouse all the way. Like you said, what the baby gonna do? 1. They're going to have to fight here because they are down 3 games to 1. And I know bank shot flyers, they're going to have to hold it together and just be patient. They're Roland and Jeremy, Roland Newkirk and Jeremy Brown. That's Roland at the table right there. And Roland looks like he has played for a while.
Yeah.
You know, he knows. He looks like he knows what he's doing.
It looks like there's a lot of wisdom behind those
Yeah,
glasses.
yeah. All right, made a little mistake there, so we'll see what that's going to cost him.
So we're down to one semifinal match here at the 8-Ball Doubles Championships. Winner of this match will move on to the final round to face Pete and Repeat from West Monroe, Louisiana, who just took our other semifinal match.
This move surprises me a little bit. I guess if you don't feel confident that you're going to run all the way out, the fact that you don't knock that 2-ball out of the way that's on the rail right there is a little surprising to me. I know that's covering the 11-ball from being pocketed in that corner, but I would take, if I had ball in hand, I would get rid of that ball first thing I did, because the rest of the balls are wide open. And instead of dealing with it right off the bat now, they're going to be dealing with it now instead. I don't know. It's really close if they can go rail first here. You would love to go in between, go rail first with a little bit of right spin and make that ball, but it doesn't look like he has the angle for it.
This is Bobby Harvison of What the Baby Gonna Do. Again, desperately trying to stave off elimination in this rack. Draw a little closer to bank shot flyers.
And that's a smart shot. He missed the 6-ball in the side, but the fact that he played the cue ball the way he did, no harm done.
So if you're going to miss, not a bad way to miss.
You bet. Uphill battle here for What Baby Gonna Do.
Want to make sure I thank our sponsors, Aramith Balls, Action Cues, and our friends over at Pool Dog for all their support, not just with this event, but throughout the year. And, of course, our partners here at the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Fabulous property. This is actually our first Poolplayer Championships here, and so far so good. Really enjoying the facility here and all the hard work that the folks at the Westgate are putting in to make sure the pool players have a great experience. So very appreciative for all their work. A discussion going on at the table. Not exactly sure what the discussion is.
Well, the fact that he cannot hit, he can only, I don't think he can hit either one of the balls actually. And if he can, it's the 11 ball, and you don't want to touch that because that's what's covering up the 2 balls. So he's trying to look at kicking at the 10 ball, the one that's right by the corner pocket. He needs to hit it though, because ball in hand for their opponents, that spells trouble. So he needs to make sure he hits this. And he did not. And now we'll see. Now I really hope now that as Matt Hill walks to the table, he actually takes ball in hand and makes that 2 ball. You don't want to leave that anymore now. It's time. There you go.
There he is. Of course, Matt is skill level 4. So he takes care of the 2.
Left a good shot on the 6 ball here.
Bobby back to the table.
And I tell you what, if I had a timeout here, I would tell Matt right now to shoot the 3, even though the 5 is an easier shot, but it's not that easy to get a decent position for the next ball. So even though the 3 ball is the tougher shot, and Matt is the skill level 4, I would still suggest to take the 3 ball, hold the cue ball there for the 5. Even if you miss it, you're not leaving any kind of a shot really for your opponents. He missed it. But he didn't leave much for...
Not much to shoot at, though, for Roland.
No, Roland's got a tough deal here.
like he and Jeremy are going to take some time to talk about it.
Not sure if the other team has taken their timeout yet.
Yeah, with us kind of going back and forth with the coverage of the semis, you do lose a little bit of track of who's had a timeout and who hasn't. But, of course, this is our last semifinal match of the round to go. I want to remind everybody to tune in tomorrow, bright and early for those of you on the West Coast, 9 a.m. That's noon Eastern for those of you that are back home on the East Coast for the semifinals of the 9-ball shootout, one of our individual play formats, where we'll actually have 3 tiers, so you won't just be watching, you'll actually be watching 3 tournaments that are within one, all with the top prize of $15,000, so that gets exciting.
I know.
I'm sorry, $10,000 for 9-ball.
10 and 9.
10,000 9-ball, 15 for 8-ball. There'll be a quiz later. Of course, that's just for first place. Most people don't realize that as you go down the payout chart, we generally pay out, of course, for the doubles, about 25% of the field. The other events even further than that. So,
besides all the cool stuff and the singles, the cute cases this year.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love those. Love those.
Everybody goes home with some stuff here.
Yeah.
See what Roland does here.
Well, like we said, Roland's been around, and he knew how to play that shot. That's a good, smart shot. It doesn't look like he can. Yeah, they're going to have to go for the 5-ball here and just play a safety, roll the cue ball into the 5, leave the cue ball down on the end rail. Leave a tough shot on the 11 at best. I'm going to hit the right side of this 5 to kind of slowly move it up in front of the pocket a little bit like that. It makes it tougher for them, the other team, to play a safety. And this has made it tougher for the team of Matt and Bobby because of where the 3 and the 5 are for the other team. So just knocking the cue ball down to the end of the table doesn't do you much good because the 3 ball is available, or the 5, and playing position safety on both of them is near impossible right here.
This is Jeremy Brown at the table for Bank Shot Flyers. Needing just one win to punch their ticket to the final round. Take a nice shot at $5,000 for those that do end up in those finals.
Went for the bank shot there. I didn't even think that would go past the 5. All right. 2 open shots. Not very easy, but 2 open shots here. Matt Hill is the skill level 4, so obviously the 3 ball in the corner would be a testy shot, but that would be the one I would prefer, because the beauty of if you make the 3 in the side, you got position, you come across the table for the 5 ball. But it's a tough shot. Problem with the 5, even if you make the 5, it's going to be really difficult with that angle to get over for the 3.
Confirming with some of our producers the time of the finals. They're telling me that even though we may finish early here, of course we're going to wait till 9 o'clock to roll with the final round. So I want to remind the folks at home, if you're interested in getting involved in the APA, of course we got our summer sessions getting ready to start up around the country, so would encourage you to go to poolplayers.com and find a league operator near you and find out how you can start playing in the league, hopefully end up out here in lovely Las Vegas, which is really an incredible experience if you've never had a chance to do it. Of course, most people don't always know, but you can come out here as an APA member if you have enough scores and play in our Mini Mania events, which is definitely an experience.
And that room goes crazy.
Yeah, it's a fun time in
Yeah.
there. They play about round the clock in there. Pool never stops. Okay. So getting some questions in the chat about which team is which. So the team at the table currently, this is Roland. He is with Bank Shot Flyers, Roland and Jeremy.
Out of
Roland in
Baltimore,
the
Maryland, they
Baltimore,
are.
Maryland. Roland in the black, Jeremy in the blue. Jeremy's approaching the table now. Again, they are Bank Shot Flyers, and they are leading 3-1. The team that is currently seated is What the Baby Gonna Do, my favorite team name in this particular event.
Don't forget one, because
Yeah, I
apparently
know. I
there's a
keep
one.
forgetting the
There's a
one.
two out
There's
there.
got to be a two somewhere. Maybe they're watching. If What the Baby Gonna Do 2 is out there watching, we want to hear from you. So again, this is Jeremy at the table. He is with Bank Shot Flyers, and they are looking for an opportunity to put this match away.
And they're out of Arkansas, but they play at High Pockets in Memphis,
Yeah,
Tennessee.
great place in Memphis too, if you ever happen to be in that area.
And Jeremy has a thin cut on this. 10 ball. Beautiful shot. Can he avoid the scratch? He did, and he has left this for his 6. You know what? This is where the skill level 10. The 4 did his job. Now the 6 needs to come with a big shot here.
Yeah. I like Roland here too. You know.
Yeah.
If I gotta pick somebody to make a shot, I'm liking Roland's chances.
Roland doesn't look too scared. The only thing Roland has to look out for here is he's got to hit this with. Looks like if he just rolls this in, he's flirting with a possible scratch in the opposite corner. So be careful here with that cue ball. Here comes the cue ball. There it is.
Roland. Ouch.
There it is.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well,
you got to hit that with some low or you're going to go right in the drink.
So, instead of putting that match away, we got What Baby Gonna Do getting a big win.
Got a little freebie there.
After a tough scratch there. So it happens, though, you know, part of the game.
Doesn't hurt.
Off camera here, I see Mr. Dr. Q, Tom Rossman, waving to us. Always good to see Tom, one of the great, really one of the nicest guys you'll meet in the pool world. And fans that are here at the Westgate will have a chance to see him doing some shows tomorrow. Of course, he'll be doing a nice show in between our semifinals and finals.
Mike Massey is here. Jeanette Lee is here.
Jeanette I've seen running around. I think I saw Corey Duell at some point.
Corey was here.
Of course, Florian was doing a trick shot show today. So a lot of pool celebs, right?
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Ava Mattia Lawrence doesn't get any better than that, right?
Sitting here just talking away.
Yeah. So we do appreciate you being here.
Sure.
Of course, between your experience on the table and your experience off, no better commentator or play-by-play person for our matches here. So we're excited to have you.
No, I'm excited to do it. This is my first, APA, an amateur event that I've done, and you get a little nervous. You know, I'm used to the pros. I know the strengths of Allison, or I know the strengths of Corey, and weaknesses, or this. But a lot of these guys, you know, we're sitting here. Wait, this is Roland. I know Roland now, and I know Matt, and I know Bobby and Jerry. But it takes a while to kind of find somebody's playing style to see what they're going to go for offensively or more of a defensive player.
Right. So we're very much meeting these players as you are on the camera here at the event.
And like you say, with 384 teams, it's tough to follow anybody and no one who's going to make it.
You're never going to pick the right one, with 384 of them. So.
All right, let's see here if they can keep this going. We got Matt. Oh, nice shot.
Boy, again, lots of balls clustered.
Yeah.
It's just.
I think every rack has been like this.
I think so.
Sometimes it's, obviously the breakers, but it's also a lot of times every table breaks differently. Some tables the balls just happen to open right up, and for some reason, other times you're going to deal with this. And everybody who's ever played a game of 8-ball or 9-ball for that matter, it tends to be consistent on each table. So let's see here if he can. Oh, he just decided to play the safety, try to land that cue ball behind there. Not quite.
A little too open, yeah. Jeremy will go back to work. And we'll see how that scratch on that 8-ball affects these guys. Mentally, Ava, I mean, how hard is something like that? Here you've got the match in hand. You know, you do exactly what you want, but suddenly you scratch and you're right back to where you started. I mean, is that tough mentally to get over? You just got to kind of get back at it.
It is, you got to forgive yourself when we have our league playoffs for doubles or anything. The thing I tell them more than anything is forgive yourself. Obviously, forgive your teammate because they're trying as hard as you are. But forgive yourself is equally as important, and let's shake it off. And
Yeah.
whatever just happened, that just happened. So just take the next step and move on. That's all you can do. We're all going to miss balls. We're all going to miss position. We're all going to scratch. That's a given. So it's the one that forgives themselves the fastest and just moves forward to the next shot. They're the ones that are going to come out ahead.
Right. So at the table we have Matt Hill, who's with What the Baby Gonna Do #1. He is in the teal blue shirt. His partner, who's seated, Bobby Harvison. And they trail by 1 game here in a race to 4. Matt being a skill level 4.
I like Matt's stroke, though. He makes some errors, he misses some balls, but I like the fact that he hits the balls with conviction, and he has a nice stance, nice stroke. A lot of times people push the balls a little bit too much. Being used to 8-ball, that kind of lends itself to pushing the ball or slow rolling it, because
Right.
if you miss it, you leave the ball to block something. So usually you can tell if somebody has also have a lot of 9-ball experience, because usually if they have more 9-ball, then that's more of a kind of a stroke, let your stroke out and actually hit the balls
Interesting.
with a little more authority.
Okay.
But a lot of players with just 8-ball background, they tend to lag the balls a little bit more so that they block that pocket in case the ball doesn't go. All right, we're back to safety game again. Tap, little tap here. Now they didn't want to leave in shot. We have seen this, like you said, so many
Yeah.
times. Every rack so
Deja
far
vu.
between these two.
This will bring Roland back to the table of bank shot flyers. Of course, Roland, skill level 6 here in the black shirt.
If it wasn't lagged up on the 8-ball, that 5-ball looks like it's dead in the side. If you just hit that 5, it looks like it's dead into the side pocket. But I would be afraid of shooting it because of where the 8 is. You're going to make that 8-ball fly, and you don't want to do that in case that happens to go somewhere also. But you see that angle, the tangent line from that 5-ball, he could have shot the 5 right into the 8, and the 5 would glance into the
Did you
side
say
pocket.
tangent line?
I did.
Going
I'm
to the
sorry.
geometry days,
Was that
right?
overhead? Yeah, sorry.
That's impressive. Tangent line.
You know what? I did an exhibition, like I said, in Philadelphia yesterday, and one of the things I was talking about, it was kind of a corporate thing where we just got to talk, and I did a little lesson, and I said, this is why every school in the country should have a pool table
Sure.
in like a rec room.
Lots of math.
Well, think about, you got geometry, you got physics. Just to be able to take the kids away from the classroom for about half an hour
Yeah.
and talk about, you know, and learn it on the pool table as opposed to in a textbook and
Right.
get bored stiff. So
Maybe one day. Of course,
maybe
we
one.
got
Oh,
we
it's
got
it's
we got a
getting
lot
there
of
though.
yeah, we've got
It
a lot
isn't a
of
lot.
junior leagues around
You
the
bet.
country. In fact, our juniors program has skyrocketed in the last couple of years. I think a lot of our members like getting their kids involved and trying to find some places that make sense for them to play. And
We just started one, and it's the
yeah,
greatest thing. We had a 7-year-old and 2 8-year-olds playing in our league, and I'm telling you, it's the cutest thing in the world. It's great. They love it, love it, love it. And some kids that were really, really strong players as well. So it's a lot of work with the kids, but I'll tell you what, it's the most gratifying thing that we've done, I think. All right, table has opened up here a little bit as we've moved along. And again, when you get to this position, the team that has the most balls on the table are usually the favorites. Matt's, let's see, this is Jeremy, and Jeremy is looking, sizing up the 10-ball here. He obviously has the 9-ball hanging in the pocket, but he's looking to leaving it right there. Although I don't know if he gains that much on leaving it there. because the 8-ball is already blocking their 6, so he doesn't have to worry about that. All right, he's going to look at the 14 ball.
I think a lot of folks wondering how exactly some of these teams get here to Las Vegas. Couple of different scenarios, really. We do have some leagues around the country, or areas around the country, I should say, that run doubles leagues. Generally the bigger leagues where there's more opportunity to pull from in terms of volume of members, and then some areas where they're playing in some type of qualifying tournament. So everybody's earning a spot to get here one way or another.
We have both here, actually. We have on one side, we have what the baby gonna do. They play in league in Memphis, Tennessee. They have a doubles league that they play in a weekly league, and then their playoffs after that. And then you have a local qualified. That's how Bank Shot Flyers got here. So you have both sides represented.
Both scenarios. There we go. And it's a 9.
All right, that'll work. That would have worked either way, hanging it up there or making it. Either way, they're still at the table.
Of course, anybody that's interested in the 8-ball doubles program, you can contact your local league operator, your APA league operator. You can visit our website, poolplayers.com, learn a little bit more about it, and maybe make it all the way out here to Vegas. Opportunity of a lifetime for a pool player, I would say.
Okay,
rolling
here
to
we
the
go.
table.
There's Roland for you. It's skill level 6 on it. Both of these teams race to 4. They both are skill level 10 combined, 6 and a 4 on each side. And Roland is now, they're going to take a little time here. What he's hoping that Jeremy can do is shoot this 10 ball into the side pocket and roll the cue ball. He's got the perfect angle. It's not an easy shot with the cue ball being on the rail like that, but he's hoping that Jeremy can make this 10 ball and drift the cue ball down as close to where he pointed to as possible.
And they have elected to use their one timeout here, so
this is a good time for it.
Again, only one timeout per match. Players alternating shots. All played according to APA rules.
And Bank Shot being on Flyers being on the hill here, race to 4. This is it. If he can make this and drift the cue ball down, then it would be Roland's job from there to get position on the 8-ball. A lot of players hate shooting, a lot of amateurs hate shooting balls into the side pocket.
I can relate.
Yeah, you get that, huh?
I can relate to that.
It's a big shot. You can't be afraid of the side pockets. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely perfect. And look at the position he left. He wanted it to roll about one more turn, but even so.
See if Roland can make this work, though.
Roland should be able to hit this thin enough to go off, either to avoid the 1 ball.
He's trying to figure out where he's going to leave.
He's trying to figure out if he can go avoid the 1 ball altogether with a little bit of right spin and come straight up for the 8. The other option would be to just drift off the 1 ball a little bit, and just did not hit this hard enough.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see his emotions there.
One thing you don't want to do there is hit it too softly, because no matter what happened, if you hit it harder, even if you go into it like he did, he's still going to leave some kind of a shot.
And it'll be up to Jeremy to try to make this work somehow. They're out of timeouts here, so.
And Jeremy is going, we really took that time out, right? And it's a bit of a do and die, you know. They're definitely have the advantage. I mean, they're on the hill. What Baby gonna do? The other team's got 2 points, but
yeah,
with the momentum here, if he doesn't make this 8-ball, those last 3 balls for Bank Shot Flyers look fairly easy right here.
Very makeable, yeah.
And they'll have the momentum being hill going into the final rack. So
Chat room is asking what state. So the Bank Shot Flyers, who are at the table right now, are from Baltimore, Maryland, and their opponents, What the Baby Gonna Do, are actually from Jacksonville. They're from Arkansas, Proctor, Arkansas. However, as we talked about earlier, they play out of High Pockets in Memphis. So right there, I think at the Arkansas-Tennessee border. So one team from Arkansas, one team from Maryland, one of which will advance to the final, one of which will go home, but with $2,000 more than they came with. So
yeah, I don't think there are no losers at this point.
right,
That's for sure. Well, then again, you know, we always talk about it a lot, is that the winners are the ones that made it out here to Vegas to begin with. But to make it this far and go home with a bunch of cash on top of it is, it's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah.
So, but
And
I know they want to go. Everybody,
sure,
you don't,
everybody wants to win.
yeah, you want to win. You want to go all the way.
Especially
so.
when you've gotten so close. But you're right. Everybody who's made it out here at this point can be considered a champion to some degree, whether it was a tournament or a league or however they got here.
All right, Jeremy is, I think I was going to say he's running out of time, but I think he's run out of ideas. There's not a lot to look at here. And he is...
Yeah, and he can't get any help here from Roland. Roland's just...
they already had their timeout, yeah.
And what he's going to do is he's going to... Still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the only play that looks like to me would be to play it one rail into the far corner pocket. Jack up the cue ball, just make sure that you don't scratch in the corner pocket. But that doesn't, right there. Doesn't mean that you're comfortable. And he's got to watch it, because if he elevates the back of the cue a little bit to make sure he doesn't foul here and double hit, he's got to watch that the cue ball doesn't draw into the corner pocket. Wow, nice try. Nice try, Jeremy. That was not an easy bank shot by any means. All right, are we going to see what Baby are going to do here? Are they going to be able to tie this up, three apiece? They have 4 shots away.
Excellent opportunity, though.
And again, this is the team from High Pockets in Memphis, Tennessee. That's where they play out of.
With a little past experience here in Vegas, too.
They also play in a doubles league, so they're used to playing these two playing together, which makes a big difference. We'll see if Matt can hit this hard enough to come up for the 5. He doesn't want to leave him short. Yeah, he sure did. Absolutely perfect.
They're 2 balls away from a tied match.
All right, big shot here for Bobby. He doesn't want to let his partners down after he just played that position. He's got to come back a little bit. Perfect.
Left Matt nicely.
And Jason, I think we're looking at a hill here. Not to jinx anybody, but the way confident
what the Baby gotta do is gotta be thrilled with this opportunity.
You bet.
You know,
and
brink of elimination, and
I like the way Matt hits the ball. He doesn't baby him too much. He's going to hit him with some authority.
All right, so we're tied up 3-3. Hill. Next match, we'll decide it all. Players going to shake hands one more time here, just to nice show of sportsmanship, which is another great thing about this event. It always amazes me. You got these players that come from all over North America, not just the United States, and the sportsmanship you see is really pretty special in my opinion. So.
You bet. And meeting a lot of different friends. I mean, normally the league is so great because you meet friends locally, but when they come out here, all my players that come back and they say we met these great people from, you know, Michigan, from Arkansas, from California, so that's pretty cool. And now that we have such a great representation from Japan, from Canada. You know,
Yeah.
that's another level, whole level
Well,
that we never
hope
had
to
in
have
the
some
past.
players from China here in the next couple of years.
I
Of course,
know,
we've
that's great.
got a
That's
league
great.
going in China there, so I know they're trying to build that and get some teams over here. Maybe not this year, but hopefully the next. So.
Talk about a place where pool has really taken
Oh
off.
yeah.
All right, there you see again. Not a bad hit on those balls, but they
No,
all just
they're all
stay right there.
clustered. Yeah. Wow. And I mean, is that just a matter of coincidence, or is that? I mean, is
Well, I
that these
hit the
guys?
cue
The way
ball a
these guys
little
are
bit
breaking?
off.
Okay.
Yeah, tried to hit that side break, hoping that 8 ball was gonna go somewhere, and that's gonna not open them up as much as the other semifinal match we saw, where they hit more of a head-on break.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a table too. It's how the balls rack. Every table racks a little bit differently. So, but this is another marathon rack, no doubt.
Yeah. Great opportunity though for this team from Memphis/Arkansas.
Well, what a comeback they made, being
Yeah.
down 3 games to 1.
Well, and with the 8 ball sunk for bank shot Flyers, but of
That's
course
true.
that scratch, that was a critical moment in the match, at least thus far, and we'll see if these guys can. We'll see if bank shot Flyers can overcome that. But that has allowed What the Baby Gonna Do to get back in this match.
What the Baby Gonna Do 1.
What the Baby Gonna Do 1. Have we heard from What the Baby Gonna Do 2? Are they out there?
Is there a 3 and 4
yeah,
maybe
who
too?
knows how many What the Babies there's gonna do is gonna be. Yes. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll find out what the baby's planning here, 'cause, ew. This doesn't look like too many offensive shots here. No, we're going defense again, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 teams that have
Settle
no
in.
problem taking their time, being patient in this game.
Just a reminder, this is one of 5 tournaments that'll be decided here over the next couple days. The first of those 5, the 8-ball doubles championship.
I was really impressed at all the vendors we had this year.
Lots
I was
of them,
going
yeah.
through cues, cue cases, T-shirts, any kind of clothing you want, any kind of
It's a
pool
player's
paraphernalia.
paradise out here, playing,
It really
shopping.
is. It really is.
If you've never had the chance, you got to get out here. Of course, you'll have another opportunity at our World Championships in August. So,
Which is even bigger.
yeah,
if
about
you can
10
believe
times
that.
bigger. Yeah. Of course, we'll be streaming that event in August as well. So, a reminder to any APA folks out there: if you got enough scores, you're always, even if you haven't qualified, you can always come out and play in the minis. You know, you can still play on the grand stage
And for those of
enjoy
you who have
everything Vegas has
played
to
in
offer.
minis all the years at the Riviera, now that we're at the Westgate, having even more space,
bigger
you can
facility.
more easily get on the minis, because they're so popular that a lot of people have gotten frustrated
Yeah.
because they had to wait in line so much. But now that we have more tables for that, you don't have to wait as much. There's more people playing in them, but we also have more tables, so
Right.
they're running. And I've had the players from my area are loving it. They have already played in several of them, so
Speaking of the Riviera, I don't know if you saw it today, but it looks like they've started tearing down some of
I know.
the smaller buildings. It's a little,
Kind of
it's
hurts.
tough for us.
I
It was
know.
a home away from home. Of course, APA championships were at the Riviera for 23 years, and they're currently dismantling the smaller buildings, and I believe the plan is to implode the 2 taller towers in different explosions. One, I think they've said in June, and the other in August. So
It
it's
was
tough.
good to
It's
us
tough.
for a lot
It
of
was
years.
a great home, and
Yeah.
we're fortunate to have a really great home here at the Westgate as well. And like we said, a little more space.
Yeah.
I think the players have enjoyed it quite a bit. I know we've enjoyed it. Some of the staff here at the Westgate, actually, we knew from over at the Riv, which has been real nice.
Right. And
Some
the
familiar
upgrades they've
folks.
done to this used to be the old Hilton. It's a really, really nice hotel. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is. The hotel, the casino, the whole venue has been
Yeah.
fantastic.
They've done a lot of renovations. Of course, they have the world famous sports book here, which has been significantly redone. Great place to watch a game, and they've redone their pool, and they've put in the international bar right in the lobby there, which seems to be extremely popular with folks. Spent a little time there last night myself. So great property.
And those craft tables. Man, if they just didn't have the craft tables, I'd be fine. But you know,
Craps is your poison, huh?
that's my poison.
There you go, folks. You heard it here.
Yeah. All right. So Jeremy takes his time. We've noticed Jeremy does not leave much for chance. The other table over there, a couple of guys were playing really fast. Jeremy not so much. He's going to decide what he's going to do.
I'm guessing maybe that's some of Roland's influence on him.
That might be.
Mr. Wisdom there.
Some of the teams really converse a lot in between, as we know that you can actually have discussions as a team back and forth when you're seated in the chairs in between shots. Only one time out when you're actually at the table, but in some teams just there's no conversation whatsoever.
Right, and that
Each
kind of
player
seems to
does
be
their
the
own
case
thing.
with as we look at what the Baby Gonna Do won. You've got
Well, if you can see
you
Matt,
got Bobby seated there,
yeah.
and you can see Matt in the
Matt's
background
walking
in the teal
around.
shirt, kind of walking around and watching the match on the monitor. So nerve-wracking for these players, and they'll handle it a little bit differently. Of course, Bobby will be back at the table. For those of our members that are tuning in that are actually out here in Las Vegas, I want to remind you tomorrow night is our famous Poolapalooza celebration, our huge pool party. Take place here at the Westgate, poolside, 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Should be a great time, too. The weather thus far this week has been a little all over the place. More clouds and rain than I think I've ever seen in Vegas.
Yeah, what's going on?
But,
I was just in Philadelphia. It was warmer there than it is here.
I just checked the forecast. It looks like 80 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, good.
So just set up for a perfect night for the pool party. So if you are out here in Vegas for the event, would strongly encourage you to come check that out. We give away a lot of stuff.
And this is a great pool, too. The whole area is great.
Part of the renovations that they've done here at the Westgate. So should be a great time. We're looking forward to that. And of course, we'll be streaming first thing tomorrow morning the semifinals and finals of the 9-ball shootout, which comprises 3 different tiers by skill level. So that's always an interesting match to kind of tune into. We'll have to figure out which of those matches we'll be streaming because we've got so many. We'll actually have, I guess we'll be having 6 semifinals going, and then is that right? 6 semis, 3 finals, yeah. For those of you wondering about total number of folks out here, we've got about 2,200 players out here for these different events this week. So great turnout. Of course, we've had a lot of our league operators out here as well, which is really cool. Had our league operator convention on the front end of the tournament. Saw a lot of familiar faces. That wrapped up last night. A lot of them have stuck around to root on their players, which is kind of typical. I know that's one of the things you really like doing when we're not here working on the stream, is being able to watch your local players and root them on. So
and with a CompuSport now, the fact that everybody can go on and look at their friends and then their teammates or whatever from home and really follow what's going on is great to see the updated charts and the standings and everything else. Is great.
CompuSport has been a huge hit. If you're not sure what we're referring to, those are our online tournament brackets.
Download that app.
Yeah, you can download the app.
Great.
You can go to poolplayers.com and really follow. You know, if it's somebody you know from your local league or family or friend, or you just want to kind of see what's going on, you can follow different players. It's pretty cool.
All right, we're going to time out here. Bank Shot Flyers, Roland and Jeremy are going to have a little discussion and set up a game plan here. A table has opened up, so it's time to decide what you want to do a little bit. Look at what their issues are, what the problems are, and what patterns they want to play. As you can see, he's looking at the 15 ball into the side pocket there. So now it's important to have 3 balls left on the table. So the angle on the 11 in the side or in the corner to be able to come up with that 15, that's what they're looking at right now.
How's your game these days, Ava?
My game's good.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys just had an event, right? March.
Yes, we had the U.S. Open.
In Pittsburgh.
Yes, And
then one in February, right? Up in
before
Michigan.
that, yeah, Allison won, the Fission won the first event, and Gayan Kim won the second. And we have an event in Florida at the Hard Rock Casino, the Tornado
Great
Open.
place.
That's going to come up. Yeah, we love it there.
The Hard Rock down there.
And then we have the Amway Cup in Taiwan is coming up, and also the Women's World Championship and Men's World Championship in Qatar.
Wow.
Is going to be this year. So
talk about frequent flyer miles.
Yeah. For me, it's good because my whole family is still in Sweden, so I go back a couple of times a year, and I get to use those frequent flyer miles.
That's great.
It works for me.
Boy, how difficult is that when you're traveling that kind of distance to kind of, I mean, the jet lag and then trying to compete? I mean, do you have to go in earlier to
that's
get
tough.
used to it? Yeah.
We just had an event last year in Manila. It was my captaining the U.S. I mean the Team West versus Team East, and it was tough. I missed the flight. I came in a day late, and I was jet lagged to no end. So that's tough. You think going East Coast to West Coast is difficult, but that's difficult. All right, so Jeremy now is up. He's going to shoot the 15 ball here on the side, and the key, see if he can leave a shot for Roland. Going to hit low, try to draw the cue ball over to the other side of the table, and he misses it. Does it go on the side? He did, but I don't think he got anything to shoot in the. I don't think he left him a shot. I think the 4 ball's in the way here. Disturbing those balls did not work out for him here. I don't think if Roland can hit this ball enough to make it, then he needs to come across to the other side of the table here.
Again, we've got a hill-hill match here, meaning each team just needs 1 win to secure the match and move on to the final. So every shot at this point is crucial.
All right, he can make it. He's looking at position here to get across it. Leave a shot on the 8 ball.
All right, Jeremy, let's see what you got.
Not the easiest of shots, but he definitely has a shot to play that 8 ball in the side pocket.
And that would be for the win.
This is Bank Shot Flyers out of Baltimore. Jeremy Brown, Roland Newkirk.
He's got his pocket marked. He's going to go for the side.
And this is the first time for them in Vegas. And they've made it this far. Can they make it into the finals?
So take his time. Take a drink, a sip of water there, maybe calm himself down, and it's a big shot.
Hail, hail. Pressure is on.
I'm sweating just watching this.
It's always tougher. You get more, not unless you have nothing vested maybe, but if you're rooting for somebody and you're watching, it's nerve-wracking as can be. All right, we'll see if Jeremy can overcome the nerves. And he did it. Wow, what a shot.
Bank Shot Flyers.
What a shot to finish it off.
They are moving on to the final. They're going to face Pete and Repeat. We'll have that match for you in approximately 55 minutes or so, 9 p.m. Pacific time. Again, that's midnight for those of you on the East Coast, 11 p.m. for those of you on Central Standard, 10 o'clock for those of you in the Mountain Region. So we're going to take a little break, folks. We'll be back for the finals here again in about 55 minutes. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, guys.
It feels awesome. I don't even know how to explain it.
I have no idea. I'm so excited.
Nuts. I'm super grateful. Best team you could ever be put on right here. More fun than I've ever dreamed of. We've been playing this game for a long time. This is the ultimate goal.
Being here with great friends, having a blast in Vegas, it's been an experience of a lifetime.
Where we started, and I mean, I just remember where I got picked up at and where we are now. I mean, it's just night and day between where we came and where we are now. It's just absolutely amazing.
This is just incredible. You know, I've been playing in the APA for 8 years, and I've worked really hard and got some really good people to play pool with, and man, these guys are great. We took care of each other when we got down. Somebody picked somebody up. We never gave up, we kept fighting, and that's what this is about. It's a team. It was awesome.
When he got out on that rack, it was unbelievable. When he got down the table to that 8-ball, we were all cheering already.
I was out before that 8-ball shot. You knew it. Hey, you guys have put me at last every match to close out, and I've not let you down once all through this tournament. So I wasn't going to start today. Well, you know, I played for a long time, and I played to win, but I can assure you if I'd have lost, I'd have blamed them for not doing more in the beginning.
That'll make me tear up. The fact that we had hundreds of family members and friends at home watching all of us and cheering from us that I didn't even knew we were here. I mean, we're talking hundreds of people. That was an emotion. That probably was bigger than this. Honestly, the support from home.
As for the streaming, you know, I've got a 14-year-old boy at home that we play a lot in my garage, and because of that, he got to see me win this thing, and that's huge for me and him both, for his future. It's cool. It's amazing to be able to have that happen, because he would have no clue without it.
The bar that we play out of, JT's, shout out, was streaming it live for people to see in the bar. So, man, it just feels great.
When about 3 years ago, Nick and I stood in those stands out there, okay, and we dreamt about the fact that could we put a team and be someday down there playing on those 4 tables. It's been a tremendous experience.
Most wonderful thing that's ever happened to me. I'm on a team with nothing but heart and soul, and it's wonderful. And I thank all my teammates immensely.
We said win or lose, whatever happens, we will always be together. We will be friends. That's what has really helped us along.
I think that this was an example of where there win, lose, everyone pulled together. We all had our moments of brilliance and moments of failures, and there was never a, oh, you didn't do well.
We finally made it, and we're here. I'm very excited about it. I would like to thank the APA for allowing us the opportunity to come here. They have put together a wonderful tournament.
I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm gonna turn the mic over to my buddies right here. You know what I mean? They got a lot to say.
It felt wonderful. Your turn there, sir. I dogged it, so I didn't have any part of it, but I would like to thank the best APA director in the world, Roger.
Yes.
He gave us a survival kit, which it helped us out. We survived, and my teammates played great. That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
Okay, again.
Another U.S. Amateur Championship.
Yes, good friend of mine.
Like yourself, how did it feel going into that match?
It felt great. He's a really good friend of mine. I grew up with him in California, and I used to hang out with him when I started playing pool. And he'd always beat me then, and I finally got him. Just kidding, Brian. You know I love you.
Our thoughts was we just need him to break dry.
But I also feel good that we won. You know what I mean? That's my boy, and that's all we got.